Hey everyone, it's Lisa here from Business in Heels and happy International Women's Day. What a flurry it's been of catching up with people and talking about all things to do with gender equality. I'm sure like many of you, we work on this 365 days of the year, but today I'm so excited to be able to discuss things like this with organisations that don't normally dwell on it. But I wanted to actually talk to many of you and share with you a bit of a message because today is all about breaking the bias. And so, one of the things for International Women's Day, I think, is let's break some of our own biases. Let's try and let go of some of those limiting beliefs, the idea that you have to tick every box before you can move on to the next thing. Some of that guilt that many of us feel about, being the perfect housewife, the perfect mother, doing everything and not actually asking for that help. It's okay to ask for help. It's okay to get help on so many levels, whether it's at home where you ask your kids to actually clean up after themselves, or your husband and everybody shares the load. It's okay, in a work situation to get help and ask for help if you feel like you're being victimized or picked on. And it's another thing, in breaking the bias, if you do see bad behavior, to call it for what it is. If you're the person that's not being picked on or bullied or harassed, then don't let it go past bad behavior. We're all responsible for making sure the biases come out of the workplace. And we're all guilty of having our own unconscious biases. Sometimes you just don't notice them until they hit you in the face. So it's okay to admit mistakes. And the one thing I would encourage all of you to do in breaking your own biases is grab every single opportunity, every opportunity that comes up. It's a great chance, International Women's Day, to just stop and reflect. If we're ever going to get women at equal representation everywhere throughout the community, it's got to be about equality for all of us. But women have got to jump up and grab every opportunity available. Now, we still have systemic problems that are holding us back. And those are some of the things that we need to work on. So, exciting news. Stay tuned. One of the key things that we've decided we're going to do to make a difference is we're announcing that we're coming out with some gender equity awards. We want to celebrate what good looks like. What are the great organisations out there doing? It's one thing to have some policies and procedures, but what are the really great ones doing? Wouldn't it be good to know? Because inevitably, once you do know, more and more are going to try and copy. And that's what we want to create, a groundswell of what does good look like. Who are the gender equity advocates out there that are doing an amazing job, that have made a difference to people, that are creating internal change and external change within our community and our businesses? So this is what we hope to celebrate coming up later in the year. We're not content to sit here and let the status quo go because we don't want to be talking about this. In fact, Business in Heels wants to be redundant sometime in the next century. We don't want to have to wait for 2130 till we get equality. So we think that awards and celebrating great success is something to look at, as opposed to dwelling on the negative things that are currently in the media. So if you, like us, want to see a bit of a groundswell of change, you're interested in getting involved in some gender equity awards, please touch base with us and see what you can do to be involved. And with that, I wish you all a fabulous and wonderful International Women's Day.